And we're back. Sorry about that. Just overheated. You know something crazy? I I had a lot to say this morning. I'm happy. Look at this. She looked pretty good. I don't know why I was like this for a selfie. Felt like a bad bitch, but hey. So Incredible, what they did was they raised their price. And I don't know how much they raised. I don't think it's that much, but they raised their price. And then on Monday, people were talking about it, and on Tuesday, they raised the price. And on Wednesday, nobody talks about it. Nobody talks about it. And because nobody talks about it, they didn't have a choice. What do we do? Do we lower the price? Do we raise the price? What do we do? So that was kind of cool. That was kind of crazy because, again, it's a direct cause and effect of self-sabotage. I went in, bought popularity because I was popular. I was like, you know what? Let's take advantage of that popularity. And then, because I was popular, I raised the price. Because I raised the price, then I lost my popularity. The very same thing that, got me to where I am today. I destroyed it. This video was self-sacrifices. So this is a cool thing. And again, this is not a cool thing, but it's a cool thing in my opinion. So as you can see, the name is Invented. Did you guys know that a Medusa tattoo is often representative of a survivor of rape and sexual violence? So I think it's kind of cool. Why we talk about that is because a character tattoo is a survivor, or what did I talk about? Unloving themselves. So Icarus, as you guys know, a very prominent figure in history. Icarus was the famous kid, not kids, kid who went to jail with his father. Again, why did he go to jail? I don't know if I can know. Should I know? Absolutely. And he went to jail with his father, and then they were both in jail. And then Icarus' father, I don't remember his name. Sorry, dude. Went in. Yeah, sorry, dude. It's kind of funny, huh? And he went he said, okay, well, I want my son to be alive. And his father's a great writer. So tell the guards, I'm gonna write you a story, but you have to bring me a pen and a candle every single day. Because I read it at night. Like in days, you were writing with a feather. So then the guy made a wings with feathers. No, yeah. Made wing with feather and wax from the candle. And then they both escaped because they could fly. And then Icarus says, Dad, I can go high. And father's like, no, don't go too high. And then with the sun, because it's gonna melt your wings. And then Icarus didn't listen. And then Icarus, what happened is, he went close to the sun, the wax melted, and he fell to death in the sea. Once again, he had everything that he ever needed, and he self-sabotages. Sabotages is an addiction. An addiction for sure. Now, we're gonna subject. So we're talking about the subject in itself. Well, because I was doom scrolling on TikTok, and I saw, and it was kind of funny because those two people don't know each other. It was unrelated, and I'm like, a person wrote on TikTok comments, I glued to this to one of my videos. Goody is masturbating non-stop. I'm like, imagine leaving a digital footprint. Imagine leaving a digital footprint, and this is it. Now, it's a fake account. I hope so. I didn't check the account. So I was like, ugh, ew, yuck. So, I didn't check the account, but the IP address and shit like that are gonna be easy to find. Gonna be easy to find. With AI and shit like that. You know, so I could find out who it is, and do I really want to find out what it is? Do I really care that much? No. It's a fucking comment. And then I had this guy yesterday, and they're a lot younger. They're kids. They're 13, 14. And then I'm shooting with Janice. We had a really good time. I chilled for like 4 hours and a half. And I'm getting this guy who's commenting and commenting and commenting and commenting. Funny thing is, for some reason, people comment when I'm sleeping or when I'm streaming, so I'll do it more. And he commented on 3 videos, hey, hi. I don't speak English, but hey. And then So I answer him, and this morning he's like, "Oh, by the way, I'm not straight. So I hope you like me." And although you're very courageous to say that, I would go in a person comments section and say, "Hey, I have a crush on you." Beats me why. Maybe I have a idea of what to do and what not to do. Maybe I think that this is a bit extreme, not in a way of but you're not like who you like, but you're putting yourself up for failure. Imagine this girl, right? And well, this girl I know her. I'm not gonna say her name, but she's one of my best friends. So, and this girl, she's always looking for a relationship. She's been with the same guy for 2 years, so he's a good dude. He's a really good dude. He likes to be pegged. He's a really good dude. She was finding love in every place, so what she would do is she was an easy fuck, and then she would get to God, and she would like the guy, and then she knew that if she told him, "Hey," it's a true story too. My apologies for the farts. They were quite noisy. What she would do is she had a reputation of being an easy girl to fuck. What she would do is she would fuck, and then she would say, "Hey, I love you," but in bed. And the guy's like, "What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do?" So I go in, and I'm like, "Dude, that's how you get your heartbreak, because you're trusting your feelings, you're opening up, and you're not really searching." So in the two cases, the person that says, "Hey, I'm not straight, I have a crush on you," or something like that, and my friend who has sex and that says, "Hey, I got a crush on you." In both cases, you kind of put yourself to self-sabotage. So self-sabotage is actually quite hard, because for a relationship especially, because you have this friend that you really like, and at first you're friends because you want to get to know her, right? And then you wait too long and you fall in the friend zone, when she doesn't see you as your best friends, or you go too fast and like, okay, well, you skip some step. It's a perfect timing. You wanna know why some dudes are really popular with girls? Because they figure out a question called timing. And because they figure out a question called timing, they're able to say, "Okay, well, this is the time to strike." And what they'll do is at a good time. I'm gonna give you guys too much information, but I'm watching Korn because I'm single. Hello, and yes, I'm watching Korn. And for some reason, when I was younger, which was a couple of months ago, a couple of years ago, I would go for the actress, right? But then I started going for the actors, not in a way that, okay, well, I love the way he looks, but most of them, they have a POV, with his point of view on the girl. And most of them, they're like making content. So for example, one of them is called Alex Adams. Alex Adams did 100 something videos, and it's kind of the same script. The script was good once, it's good the second time, and it's just a bunch of women. So that's kind of cool. But then lately I've been following a guy called Gats, and Gats, he's so fucking funny, because he will treat him he won't treat her like shit, but it'll be like super rough, bad, and really funny, and he likes anime. So I'm like, dude, this is kind of funny, this is kind of entertaining, right? It's just that's weird. Self-sabotage. You see, when I'm sleepy, I talk about a lot of shit. Self-sabotage. So I start doom scrolling. And I start people saying, "Oh man, I got a crush on you." First of all, you're fucking 13. Second of all, I'm straight. So, but you put yourself out there, and this was a way of self-sabotage. I went out, and okay, let's be honest here. But I was working, so the first thing I do is I make myself a lunch. Then I'm gonna post my videos, and then I'm just gonna chill and relax before I go to bed, before I go to work. But then I realized that didn't work. And although I love making videos, and I love the fact that we're up and making videos, if I'm being completely honest, I want to go sleep. However, I already have the hot dog sausage that we just ate. But I'm cooking. Now, you're cooking. Do I think that a sausage can be reheated? Absolutely. But I don't like, ugh, I don't know what's gonna taste. First of all, second of all, it's a brand new ingredient. It's a brand new food item. But yeah, I'm gonna taste it. Now, the first time I'm gonna taste it, if it's reheated, is it self-sabotage? For example, you know that when I was younger, I used to do that a lot. And I don't know why I used to do it. I would take ice cream, right? I would take ice cream and I would let it melt a little bit. Let's get it by time, sorry. I would let the ice cream melt a little bit. I would take a spoon and I would shake it a lot. So now, the reason why I did that is because I kind of do like a milkshake. And I kind of like the fact that after the ice cream was a bit melted, there was a frozen crystal. So I would have like almost like a shaved ice taste in my mouth, which was really nice. So the sausage, I didn't want it to be, and plus it's my father that brought me. My mom, she'll give me food and she's like, oh my god, you have to taste this is delicious. My father's like, I found this, I haven't thought about you. So my mom, she's like understanding that there is a motivation that is content creation, right? So she'll do that. But with my father, it's not like he doesn't even know I'm gonna do a video on it. It's just like, hey, they want special, I got you this. You know, my mom, I don't know, since it's more often, it's kind of a normal thing. You know? My father, since it's more rare, it's like, oh my god, something special, right? I don't know, it's weird. So because that, I was, well, I can go back to sleep. When I look outside and I saw the clouds, I'm like, wait, this is very nice. But then by the time that we prepared the food, the sun was a bit higher. So the sun, technically speaking, rises at 5:07. I woke up at 5 o'clock. By the time I was ready to do and make the video and eat the video, wow, ink, and make the video while eating. See, we've been making content for 45 minutes. How I know? Well, because I'm recording the tower. Oh, this is fucking good, dude. Mosquito bites. And then, so we just did 3 videos. We did the intro, we did the sausage, we did this. By the time I came out, it was 5:10. Because it was 5:10. 5:13 actually. I was like, ugh. Guess what? The beautiful sunrise is gone. And we still have a sunrise, but it's not the peak sunrise. So peak sunrise is before. Peak sunrise is gonna be culling the clouds. And that's what we love. We love that. So I was like, oh, I kind of missed it. But it's okay, because I'm still gonna do a video. And technically speaking, it's kind of crazy because we're doing 5 videos right now, 3 towers, 2 videos. And one of those are only internet stuff. You know? But this idea, this principle was self-sabotage. I was surprised by people self-sabotaging in the comments. But then I self-sabotage myself with making videos in an early hour. Now, I'm quite vulnerable, I'm quite awake. Now I'm awake, so I could talk about quantum theory. I wouldn't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but I could talk about it. It was still self-sabotage because I was so tired. This video would make less sense than it does right now. And yes, I know that the videos are kind of hard to follow. And then I started talking about self-sabotage, and then I'm thinking. And then the funniest thing is, yesterday Janice came in, and Janice watched the content a lot. So 2 days ago, I made a video about shopping. We made a mistake. This is an honest mistake. So there was a special last week that I showed, which is technically here. The advantage of not completing the apartment. And the person that we wanted with this. 60% off on wings. Today's Saturday. I go in 2 days ago. 2 days ago we took the vaccine. I don't know why it's telling you 2 days ago it's weird because this day just started. So is it 2 days ago? Is it before yesterday? Should I just say Thursday? I should just say Thursday. Because this day started, so. Listen, counts. But then what am I saying? Because 2 days ago was Friday and Thursday and those days were full. Because those days were full, they count. So I go in and biggest surprise. There's no chicken wings because it's such a good special. People bought. I go to the store and she tells me, hey, can I have a white chip please? And I go in and because I've been trying to lose weight and I sabotage myself, sabotage the food, right? Want to know why I don't lose weight? You don't know why I'm not losing weight even though we're working out? It's because once a week or twice a week, I'll go craving. And I'll go and eat something I'm not supposed to eat, junk food. So everything that we do, we self-sabotages, right? Why? Because I like eating food. Because I like junk food. Because sometimes you just need to listen to your heart, not your brain, you know? So I go in and I'm like, get out, ink, please, for the love of God, and everything that's holy, and then some. Just buy the chicken wings. Don't buy junk food. What I do is I beeline, and you see usually what I'll do is I'll go to the same section because I know what I want, blah blah blah. Beautiful sun. Beautiful sun. So what I'll do is I know what I'm doing, so I'll do a couple of aisles, which is the chips, the ice cream, the bread, and the frozen aisle. I know what I'm doing. Because I'm like, dude, you have to avoid it. Go straight for the plus we're a bit broke. So on Wednesday, I asked my father, right? And we look at the amount of money I have in my account, and I realized that they didn't take the rent. So out of the cash that I have in my name right now, I have 647. And my rent is 625. Now I have more money in the bank, in my other bank, which is Tangerine. I have like 1,200. It's more like 1,116, you know? And then what happened is, I'm like, you don't have the cash. So go for the chicken wings. And then I go to the chicken wings, and then I see it my way, and I can't resist. I see those cheese balls. So those cheese balls are Utz. They're actually really good. So what they are is a giant jug of cheese balls. Cheese balls that are baked. They're baked corn thing. What they are is corn puff, which are sweet. You bake them and then you put cheese on top. So Utz cheese ball have been a snack in America for decades. They got really popularized by the Siri office. In the office they have it a lot. I wanted to buy it. And then when I couldn't buy the chicken wings, I was like, okay, well, I cannot buy this anymore. I was like, okay. I'm able to resist. This is the first time in months and years that I resist. Right? And then, am I proud of myself for resisting? No. Because I wanted to buy it in the first place. I wanted to buy it and I wanted to self-sabotage. As a subconscious thought, this conscious, nonetheless, I wanted to come in and say, you know what, fuck you. I'm going to buy it. I knew I didn't need it. I knew it wasn't a good idea. I knew that I shouldn't buy it, but I did. And then, go out. And then Dennis texted me and said, "Yo, I love the fucking shopping videos." I'm like, it's crazy because I didn't even shop. I didn't even buy anything. You know? But then he liked it and he liked it, right? Therefore, self-sabotage. The cheese ball was one, right? Making content that early was self-sabotage. Just also asked me why are the life shorter, TikTok live. Because the reason why TikTok live are shorter is because usually what I like to do, I like to eat what I just did now. And I like to work out also. So we'll do 2 parts, which is 30 minutes each, right? To me, an hour of live per day is kind of a lot, not a lot, but enough, you know? I used to, well, every single night I watch battles, and those battles are lasting 2 hours. And like, well, 2 hours is a good number, right? Because if they're doing that and they're more popular and they're more successful than me, then it is. Now, the reality is, I wouldn't watch 2 hours of battles. I'm watching the battles in the background, and I'm playing Fortnite, right? Or doing something else, right? Is a video in the background that you like? At the same time, it's not the same thing. You know? It's not the same thing. But then I'm also seeing my friends, and they're live a lot. Like one of the girl, she's like 7 hours a day, and she is successful, but most of the time she has 4 or 5 people in her life, and that's more than I do. But then people are saying you're live too often. I can watch the whole show, so if you have to watch the whole show, is I watch it tomorrow, or I watch it here and there, you know? Right? It's nuts. But then again, ourselves, we know that, and we did 4 hours and a half stream yesterday, knowing that I was gonna watch this. It had Genesis, and I was lucky, but still. And then there's this other girl, and we're not really, we used to be close, but now we're not close. Because she does something that I fucking hate. So when you go on a TikTok live, your name will appear. Like, this person, like England, that joined. I just come in, I don't even say hi. And then she tells me, hey, Vendetta. And every single time, and she's live every single day. And every single day she's live while the other people are doing battles. And I'm in a position where I'm like, fuck, I have to say hi because otherwise I'm an asshole. But I also want to watch the battles. Is the content good? Yeah, it's good. It's good, but she relies on people a lot. Like, for example, she's nice. She's very nice, and she's very talkative. You have to ask her a question. You have to ask her, hey, how are you? Or hey, how was your day? Or hey, what you did today? Otherwise, she won't talk. She'll just say yes. You know? So then, when you come in, she knows that. She knows it's a possibility for her to make good content, but then your good content is reliable on somebody else, right? So it's by saying the name of people when you come in, it's aggressive, you self-sabotage, right? Because those people are not gonna appreciate you being so aggressive, right? Then is it her fault? No. What she's feeling is actually quite normal. What she's doing is actually quite normal because she'll go live 6-7 hours a day. I want to tell you something. I'm quite good at talking, right? Am I able to talk that much? No. And chances are that if I'm not able to, someone that's less valuable than me isn't able to. That's kind of crazy. So because she does that, she's been self-sabotage, right? I was talking about finance not too long ago, about a couple of days ago. And I was like, I can't even know much is in my bank account because if I know I'm gonna spend, I'm gonna spend. Now, right now what is going on is actually quite cool. The second account that I have, this is way personal, I shouldn't say that. Fuck you, I'm gonna say it. My second account, which is a bank, bank thing, doesn't have a debit card, doesn't have a credit card. So I literally have to transfer money from one account to the others and buy stuff. But because I don't have a debit card, I don't spend. And because of the extra step, it feels inaccessible. And because it feels inaccessible, I'm like, holy shit, guess what? I'm not gonna be using it. That's a good thing. It's a great thing, actually. For some reason, the phone wasn't overheating, which is quite nice. Right? But it's also kind of hyper awareness. Like, for example, Genesis is like, yo, you always play the tower. Why don't you stream it? And I don't know if I could play. Like, for example, we've been doing content for 40 minutes. No, we've been making content for 15 minutes and 22 minutes. 15 minutes and 22 seconds. And I was like, dude, I can't even talk that much and I'm doing 6 hours a day.